So, hi guys. Today we are going to talk about analytical functions. Okay, I'm going to get you guys through analytical functions. So, analytical functions are very useful. Okay, when it comes to performance of tedious jobs without using any complex SQL queries. So, instead of writing complex queries, uh, analytical functions are there which are very simple and easy to write, okay, to perform the same job. So in this session we are going to cover three analytical functions, okay, and the rest of the analytical functions which are mostly used, uh, basically we are going to cover only the analytical functions which are mostly used and which are most important, okay. So in this session, we are going to cover all, first three from that list. So we are going to cover rank function, dance rank, and row number analytical function. These are the three analytical functions that we are going to cover in this particular session. Okay, so let's start with the rank function. Okay, so I have this query uh, in which I am using rank function. First of all, what I am doing is I'm selecting all the employees which are basically in these particular departments. Department number 10, 20, 30 and 60. So all the employees which are in these four departments will be selected. Okay, and then I am applying this particular function, rank function, on this result set. Okay. So when I'm talking about an analytical function, this is basically the syntax of the analytical function. This will be the function name followed by two brackets, okay, and then it will be this clause, that is our clause. In this clause we will have partition by clause and order by clause, okay. So partition by clause is used to partition the rows based on the column or the value which is actually uh, available after this particular clause. When I'm talking about order by clause, so what it is going to do is it is going to order or sort all these rows in one partition, okay, based on the salary. So let's execute this particular SQL query and try to understand the output of this particular query, okay. So if you see, we have four departments, 10, 20, 30, 60. So since we have written partition by department ID, so what it is going to do is it will create four partition, one for department number 10, one for 20, one for 30 and one for 60. Okay, so the first partition that we have is for department number 10. So since we have only one row in this particular partition, so what it is going to assign rank 1 to this particular row, right? Let's talk about the next partition, which is having department number 20. So it is having two rows. So what it is going to do is first it is going to sort these two rows on the basis of salary, right? And then the first row will get rank 1, second row will get rank 2. So it is actually calculating the rank on the basis of salary, right? So it is, I mean, so 6,000 is smaller than 13,000. So this particular row will get first rank and the other row will get the second rank, right? So it is basically ranking the rows on the basis of salary. Let's talk about the next partition, which is having department number 30. Okay, so it is having 6 rows in this particular partition. So first it is going to sort these 6 rows on the basis of salary, right? And then it is going to assign the ranks. It is going to rank these rows on the basis of salary. So first row will get the first salary, this row will get the second salary. So if you see, as we have already sorted these, so it is actually incrementally assigned the rank. So the lowest salary will get the first rank, the highest salary will get the last rank, right? in this particular department we are talking about. So this is quite easy to understand. The next department that we have is the next partition that we have is the department number 60. So if you see, we have 5 rows in this particular partition, and the lowest salary, the row with the lowest salary will get the rank 1, and row with the highest salary will get the rank 5, right? So this particular row will get rank 1. Next salary is 4800, so it will get rank 2. The third row is having the salary 4800, so it is going to, ideally it should get third rank, right? But this is not the behavior of the rank function. Rank function means you are calculating the rank, that in at which rank this particular row should exist. So since it is having the same salary, so it is going to have the same rank. When it is going to check the next row, so as soon as it gets a row with different salary, what it is going to check is that how many rows have been covered so far. So we have covered 3 rows so far, so it will add 1 to that particular count. So it is going to assign 4 to this particular row as the rank, right? So if you see the last partition, which is having the department number 60, so we are going to assign the ranks to these rows. Okay? So the first row will get the rank 1, second row will get the rank 2, third row, if you see, it is having the same salary, so it is going to have the same rank. As soon as it gets the next row, which is having the different salary, it is going to check that how many rows have been covered so far. So since it has covered 3 rows so far, so it will add the 1 to this particular count, and hence it will assign rank 4 to this particular row, and it will continue like this. Okay. Now what I am going to do is I am going to remove this partition by rows from here. Okay. And then we will see that what is the behavior of the rank function. So now as I have not used partition by close over here in this particular function, so what it is going to do is it is going to consider the whole set of 14 rows as one partition, and then in this only one partition it is going to rank the rows. Okay, so if you see, all the 14 rows have been sorted on the basis of salary, as it is going to consider the whole 14 rows as one partition. Okay, and then it has sorted these 14 rows on the basis of salary, and then it is going to assign the rank. So for the first row, it will get the rank 1, second row will get the rank 2, third row will get the rank 3, fourth row will get the rank 4, like this. So interesting part comes over here, as I have already explained you, that this row will get rank A, but now the next row has the same salary, so it is going to have the same rank. But as soon as it gets the different salary, so it is going to check that how many rows it has covered so far. So if you count these rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, and then 8, 9. So it has covered so far 9 rows. So it is going to add 1 to this particular line, and it is going to assign the rank 10 to this particular row. Okay. Now again, if in the next row it is it is having the same salary, so it is going to have the same rank. But again, as it gets a row with different salary, it is going to check that how many rows it has covered so far. So since if you count these previous rows, so it has covered 11 rows so far, so it is going to rank 1, and it is going to assign rank 12 to this particular row, and it will continue like this. So this was all about rank function. Next we are going to see length rank function, which is quite similar to rank function, but there is a slight difference, and that is the most important thing that you need to understand about the rank function. So again, I have partitioned these 14 rows on the basis of department ID. So this is the first department, this is the first partition, the department number 10. This is the second partition with department number 20. So let's talk about that second partition. So it is going to have the same behavior like the rank function used to have, right? Let's go to the last partition. If you see in the last partition, we need to check the behavior of the dance rank when it is having the same salaries, when the rows are having the same salaries. So if you see, first row will get the first rank, second row will get the second rank, but when it comes to third row, it is having the same salary as the row which is having the dance rank as 2. So it is going to have the same dance rank as 2, right? But as soon as it gets a different row with a different salary, right, it is going to assign the next rank. It is not going to consider how many rows it has covered so far. Whatever is the next row in that particular partition, it will assign that rank to this particular row. This is the basic difference in the rank and dance rank function. So it is not going to skip the rank 3, right? The rank function will have the output as 4 for this particular row. But in the dance rank function, it is not going to behave like this. It is going to assign the next rank. It is not going to skip any rank. I hope you understood the concept over here for dance rank. Let's You will be able to understand it more clearly when I'm removing the partition by close. So as I previously said that if you are not using the partition by close, then in that case it is going to consider the whole set of 14 rows as a partition, and then it is going to apply the analytical function on this particular result set. So if you see, these are the 14 rows, okay, and it is going to order these 14 rows on the basis of salary. So this will be the whole partition that we are talking about, okay. So first row will get the first rank, second row will get the second rank. Similar way, it will keep on getting these ranks. The interesting part comes over here. This row will get the rank 8, but as soon as it gets but for the next row, if you see, it is having the same salary, so it is going to have the same dance rank. But as soon as it gets a different row with the different salary, it is going to have the next rank. It is not going to skip the rank 9 over here, as we used to do in rank function, right? So it is going to have the next rank. Now the next row is having the same salary, so it is having the same rank. And then if it finds the next row with a different salary, it is going to have the next rank, not the uh, it is not going to skip any rank. I hope you understand the concept over here. So that was all about rank and dance rank. Let's now go to the row number function. So row number, there is no ranking in the row number function. It is only simply going to give you the row numbers to the rows. Okay. So again, we are going to have 4 partition: first partition, second partition, and third partition, and 4 like this. Okay, you understand. So second partition, in the second partition we are as you can see, first row will get the first row number, second row will get the second row number. Let's go to the last partition, which is the interesting one, right? So first row will get the first rank, second row will get the second row number, third row will get the third row number. Even if the salaries of the second and third rows are same, it is going to have different row numbers, because now we are not ranking the rows on the basis of salaries, right? We are just assigning the row numbers. So even if they have the same salary, they are different rows, so they should have a different row number, right? they should have different row numbers. So if you see, first row will have first row number as 1, second row will have second row number, and so on. If I remove this partition by, then close, then it is going to consider the whole set of 14 rows as one partition. And again, if you see, when it encounters the rows with the same salary, it is not giving the same row number to these rows, because as I explained you earlier as well, that these two rows are different. Even if their salaries are same, these two rows are completely different, and we are not ranking the rows, we are assigning the row numbers to these rows. So it should have, so they should have different row numbers, right? So that was all about the rank function, dense rank function, and row number function. In the next session, we will cover the some more analytical functions. Okay, so thank you so much.